My life has been pretty fantastic, really, up to about 10 years ago when we suffered a suicide in the family. This was by far the most devastating thing for everybody. I think the only way that I can describe it is probably like a shockwave. It just keeps disseminating outwards and just affecting everything in its path. Being a man the way I am, I found absolutely no reason to share it with anybody or talk to anybody about this. I could bottle it out and geezer it up a bit and get on with it, And if I couldn't, well, I'd go down the off license and get a couple of bottles, and that would sort of sort it out for a little while. I think you can get to the stage, especially males, where you have just let this go on and on within you. And I do think that there becomes a point where everything becomes so dark and so black that there is no other way that you've got. And I think it's so important that you recognise those signs earlier on. And it can be just an hour's conversation, a half an hour's conversation. And it could only be once, but it could just be that tiny thing that could just make you think, okay, I feel so much better about that. 2 days before lockdown was announced, I was suddenly made redundant, which came as a massive blow for me because I'd been at the company for 20 odd years, and thought that this was going to be my sort of last job until retirement, really. And so it was a numbing experience, I think, to say the least. There are times when you just want to lie down and just do nothing and lock yourself away. But I've tried very hard to avoid that. I think lockdown could have had a very detrimental effect on my mental health. I've been very fortunate in the fact that in the times when I have been struggling and felt isolated and alone, I've had fantastic things to fall back on. I've had my friends here as volunteers at Samaritans. I've still got the joy of actually talking to other people, to callers, which is an incredible thing and a very humbling and leveling experience. If you're isolated and lonely and you are finding this time difficult, then share that feeling that you're having, whether it be with friends or whether you phone Samaritans. I firmly believe that talking can change your life.
Oh, good evening, everyone. Hello, welcome to Jay's Virtual Pub Quiz. I'm just giggling. I've got Alexa out the corner of my eye, and it comes up with suggested things for you to try on Alexa. And it's one of them was, what happens if you stand on Lego? You end up in a lot of pain. I don't need to know that. But good evening, everyone. So, this is what happens when the cameras are off. Good evening. Hope you're all well. Thank you very much for joining us on another Thursday evening for another quiz, another 50 questions in front of us, and another fun and entertaining evening to go through. So thank you very much for joining us. As always, say hello over on social media. You've got the dream team. Alex and Becky are both over there this evening, so they're going through the hashtag as usual and finding all the bits and pieces. Try and use the hashtag because that's what they're looking out for. It's the easiest thing for them to find. So if you use the hashtag, I mean, tag us in anyway, but if you use the hashtag, it generally they'll pick them up and they will send as many through to me as possible. So good evening. Hope you're all well. Thank you very much for joining us. Yeah, it's been a very, 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 very busy week this week. There has been a lot going on. Some things I can't talk about. Some things you guys have already seen, which I've not even addressed yet across our social media. I've addressed it on my own personal one. But I'll talk a bit more about that in a little while. So it's something very, very proud that's come out this week. So I'll talk about that a bit later on. We've got an incredible new charity for this month. And they don't really need any introduction. I think everyone in the country will have heard of them, and that is the Samaritans. And I mean, I when, obviously, a majority of you, unless you knew, welcome along. But the majority of you know that, when I was on the streets, it was a hard time. But when I was in my sort of struggling stage before I ended up in that situation, I did ring the Samaritans. And there's not my voice cracking, that's my voice going tonight. But yeah, so I couldn't think of a prouder charity to work with. There's Mental Health Day this week as well, this month as well, which we'll be doing something with them around that time with them as well. But yeah, so welcome to Samaritans, welcome to those guys. They've done an incredible job. We've got some great videos to show you as well about the work that they do. So welcome along to the Samaritans. Thank you very much for joining us. Yeah, it's been a busy week this week, because firstly, this turned up. See? There was evening to Tony and Christina, who were laughing and joking on Twitter saying that I hadn't actually finished it. I'm aware of Amazon sending a few people emails today about the pre-orders and it not arriving for the 8th of October. Mirror are not aware. Mirror Books, who published the book, they're not aware of any problems or any issues. It looks like what Amazon are doing is they're just, as the stock's coming in, they're just allocating it to those first pre-orders. So don't panic. It will be with you on the 8th of October. Fingers crossed, we're all being well. But yeah, I've got a completed book. I'm a published author. 6 months ago. But yeah, it's not just a small book. It's a very thick book. So yeah, that was a nice surprise the other day. So yeah, really pleased with that. So yeah, they're out next Thursday, and we're gonna, again, I'll talk about this a bit later on, but we're gonna have next week's a bit different, the quiz, when we finish it. So quiz will be as normal, finish at 9:15, but we're staying on. We're not just gonna switch the stream off. We're gonna stay on. And we're going to have a proper book launch next Thursday night. So a little bit of entertainment after the quiz finishes. And then we've got a journalist who's going to come along and do a question and answer session a bit about the book, a bit about me, and take some questions from yourselves. So a bit of fun to finish the stream next week. So we're quite looking forward to that. It's going to be good fun. And if anyone's wondering why I've not got a check shirt on, I'm kind of covering all bases tonight. Because I don't want mistakes tonight. I not in terms of mistakes. There will be mistakes. There will absolutely be mistakes. But this was my view. So I am, I've got my hoodie on. You're muted. There's more actual signs than that. So I am not muting myself tonight. I'm determined after 28, 29 weeks, however long it's been. I am absolutely determined. I'll go back on it. I'm absolutely determined to not mute myself tonight. It's been so you watch, it's going to happen now. I've got 4 signs in front of me. There's one in front of my camera, one on my screen, one down here, and one in front of the microphone. So I thought that would be a bit of a giggle there, and you can see it from my perspective. So that's me sat in my chair looking at the camera, so that's all I see on a Thursday night. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us. Let's say hello to some people, shall we? Let's see who's checked in and wants to say hello. So we've got hang on. Let's toddle back that one. So firstly, good evening to Justine North. She would like to say happy birthday to Gary Mills, whose birthday it is today. Been with us from the start and never missed a Thursday or a Saturday night quiz. Good evening. Hope you're both well. Happy birthday to you, Gary. I will come back to that one. Charlotte Granger, hello. I was too late to wish my mum a happy birthday shout out, but wondered if I could do one for my brother, as it's his birthday on Thursday. So you've not put your brother's name on there, Charlotte, but that's fine. He'll know who he is. He's 38 today. Good year, good age. So that's happy birthday from Charlotte, Mum, Auntie Dee, and Bonnie. So I'm sure your brother will know who that is, unless somebody else who's also 38 with those relatives. Could be weird. Juliet Bachelor, morning Jay. I am after a massive favour. We always do massive favours, we don't mind. My friends Alison and Paul, I have been participating in your Thursday quiz since the very first week, and we love it. Tomorrow, Paul Sinclair is 60. Is there any chance you could do a shout out to him from me? Of course I can. So yeah, happy 60th, Paul Sinclair. Hope you're well, and I hope you've had a good day. Lee Needham, love the quiz we played every week since week 2. Would you be able to give a birthday shout out to our son Lewis, who is 16 on Thursday, which is today? So happy birthday, Lewis. That's from Lee and Debbie. We should have been in Spain celebrating, but unfortunately we couldn't. I know your pain on that. It's so awkward at the moment with a lot of you have been saying when you're going to take a break. I've got a break planned for November. This was planned way before the quiz, all of this, this was planned way back in January. And the place we're going to at the moment is currently, we can't go in. Well, you can technically get into the country, but they're not flying there at the moment. So at the moment, my holiday's kind of on postponement until the middle of October, and then we'll find out whether or not we can go. But I'll still be taking the week off because we've got some things planned, but more to come on that later on. So that was, I've gone too far now. That one, there we go. Kerry Stewart, hello to you. Hi Jay and team, me and my husband have been playing along since the start of the quiz, enjoying the questions and mishaps as it has gone on. Thank you. It will be my husband's birthday, and I was wondering if you would say happy birthday even to Dave Stewart for me as a surprise while playing along with the quiz. It will finish off his day nicely. Well, happy birthday to you, Dave Stewart. Hope you've had a very good day. That's from Kerry Stewart in Kingstone, Barnsley, South Yorkshire. I know where Barnsley is. Lois Waters, for next week it's my brother's 40th birthday, so happy 40th birthday to Craig Waters. Lots of love from Lois and Graham. There we go. Happy birthday to you. Please can we have a shout out to the Busy Bees from Dursley who will be taking part tonight. That's from Carol Barton. Good evening to you guys. Please can you wish my mum Lorna happy my words are not coming out tonight. I might have to just mute myself just so that I don't sort of go wobble bob all the way through the quiz. Please can you wish my mum Lorna a happy 50th birthday tonight. We are looking forward to a week in Devon to celebrate. Thank you. No, you're more than welcome. Thanks, Megan. And happy birthday. Heather says, can I get a shout out to my stepdad tonight? It's his 65th birthday. His name is Tom Jackson, and usually watches before the quiz starts. You may end up missing that. I apologise, Tom, but someone let him know and rewind it. Justin Bentley, hi Jay, we've done the quiz every Thursday since it started. It's my wife Helen Bentley's birthday today, and a shout out will be lovely. Well, happy birthday to you, Helen. Hope you've had a good day. Hannah Chase, you may have seen my mass tweeting last week, but I'd mean the world if you could say hi to Helen Chase on tonight's quiz. She's such a huge fan, and it'd make her year. Well, good evening to you, Helen. Helen Chase from Hannah Chase. There we go. Good evening to both of you. Dawn Campbell, my daughter Chloe Raymond is 23 today. Well, happy birthday to you, Chloe. Hope you've had a good day. From Brad, could I get a shout out for my other half, Laura, on the quiz tonight? It's her birthday tomorrow. I was nearly going to read that, but then I think I can read it. I'm taking her away for the weekend and she has no idea where she's going. Good luck with that. Hope it all goes well. Sounds like a very good plan. So happy birthday to you, Laura. Anna Murray, if possible, could you say a big happy birthday to Michael, the best apprentice, from Sebastian and the team tonight? Well, happy birthday to you, Michael. That's from Anna Murray. And there's loads dropping in, so I'll give a couple more and then just talk about a few bits and pieces. It's the 4th anniversary of my first date with my now wife Sarah Foster. That's from Bren Foster. We've been married a little over a year and I've been with you guys since day one. Would it be possible to give my wife a shout out? Well, good evening to you guys. Hope you are well. So don't forget, you can play over, let's put it up. So you can, that sort of stops, so my jazz hands, and there we go. Don't forget, you've still got time to sign up on Quiz Jockey if you want to play over there. It's same quiz, exactly the same quiz, it's just a more interactive way of playing the quiz. Michael and the team are standing by over there ready to, I know there's loads of people who already signed up when I checked before. So yeah, if you're looking for a fun and interactive way to play, Quiz Jockey's the way. You can sign up on your own, or you can sign up with your teams if you want to. You can go into public rooms, you can create a private room and compete against your friends, but it marks itself for you in the background, and then it gives you scoreboards, etc. So it's all good fun, and it's just the same quiz. This is you still get to see all of this while you're there, and so you get to play along, but you sort of type your answers in and you don't need pen and paper, so check it out if you want to. We're having a birthday Swin. We're having a birthday quiz tonight. Can I wish happy 60th birthday to Swin? That is a cracking cake. I would love a piece of that cake. Cake, that's definitely something I need. And if you were with us last Thursday, now you'll remember that we were talking to got a message come through from Jamie Bradbury, And his beautiful lady was off to have a cesarean section on the Friday. And I said to him, please let us know. We'd love to know, make sure that everything's okay and that everything's good. And we are very, very pleased to say that Scarlet Rose, baby Scarlet Rose, is joining the pub quiz tonight. So good evening to you, Jamie, your lovely lady. And good evening, Scarlet Rose. Welcome to virtual pub quizzing. It's the first, no doubt, of many. So if you sit there and you'll be listening in to everything. So yeah, welcome along, Scarlet Rose, to this madness that we have. So hope you're all well. Right, where are we? Yeah, so flying through the time tonight. So if you have just joined us and you're new, welcome along. You're probably wondering what on earth is going on. So it is a virtual pub quiz. I've got 50 questions for you in front of us tonight. All you need to do is grab pen and paper, unless, as you've just heard, you want to join us over on Quiz Jockey. And that's it. It's nice and simple. I'll ask the questions, you write down the answers, we give you those, you mark them, and then you tell us how you got on. Simple as that. There's no prizes for winning. I know some people have got groups together where they're giving out prizes, which is awesome. I remember right back in the early days, they were sharing loo roll round in closes. So it was like, well, if the winning team got a roll of loo roll, which I thought was quite funny. So yeah, absolutely awesome. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us. Nice and simple, not difficult at all. Grab yourselves a pen and a piece of paper, grab yourselves a drink, get yourselves settled, and yeah, we'll get going shortly. So I do want to address something. I've got a few more people to say hello to, but I will do shortly. But I do want to address something. I've not talked about this on social media. I've talked about it on my personal social media, but I've not talked about this through the quiz social media, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. It was supposed to go out on Monday, but it ended up going out on Tuesday because so there was a video that went out up here in the north on ITV Granada. And it went out on Tuesday. It's supposed to go out on Monday, but they had technical difficulties, and ITV Granada News ended up having to show the Yorkshire news. So they were supposed to play a video of me, and I've rubbed off on them, and they had technical problems. But anyway, so very, 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 if you haven't seen, a lot of you have picked up on this and put it over our social media. I think Alex and Becky have retweeted and shared some of them. So I was nominated for the Granada Northwest TV region. I'd been nominated for Pride of Britain Fundraiser of the Year up here in the Granada TV region. Now, I was aware of it because there was a thing in the Mirror and I was aware of bits and pieces going on. It was one of the things I've not been able to talk about for a couple of weeks until the video went out. But I'm very, very proud to say that I got shortlisted to the final four, which is just incredible. So thank you. I know it's not come from family or anything like that. It's come from you guys out there in the community. So thank you so much for just the nomination. As I keep saying, and my mother-in-law had a go at me earlier for the way I describe myself, but I just see myself as an idiot, which I think a lot of you would agree, but I just see myself as an idiot who sits here and talks in front of a camera and asks questions every Thursday and Saturday night and the specialist quizzes and stuff. It's not something I expected to ever, be nominated for. So thank you so much if you did nominate. The other guys that have also been shortlisted are absolutely incredible. One of them's raised over $1.5 million for in memory of her father. So the others that are in there's a lovely girl who's been singing through lockdown and stuff like that. So to be just mentioned in the same names as people like that, it's just incredible. So thank you very much if you did nominate. Very, 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 very proud moment, and I was absolutely honoured to find out that I was shortlisted. So thank you very much. They announce the winner tomorrow night, I think. But the weird thing is, I can't get, even though I'm in the Granada TV region, I can't get live Granada news because our aerial's not strong enough. So you'll have to, if by some weird sort of quirk of fate they announce that we've won, please do just let us know on social media if you're up here in the Granada TV region. Thanks, guys. So yeah, that was the big news of this week, which kind of I knew about it because the piece was recorded a couple of weeks ago. We might share it on social media, but I wanted to talk about it, face to face with you all and say thank you face to face as well. So thank you very much. It's a very proud moment. Let's say hello to another load of people. Where are we? Nikki Blake, can you say happy birthday to Nikki for her birthday on Sunday? Happy birthday, Nikki. Annette Short's joining us from the island of Rhodes. Lois Waters, please. Oh, that's not back through. I've done that one. Kenny, done that one. Natalie says, love hearing you with Zoe Thursday mornings. We always join in. Thank you very much. That is good fun. It's brilliant. And to be honest, and I know he's probably not watching, but I think Richie is an absolute legend. If you weren't listening this morning, I asked for the answer to a children's TV show, and his answer was Brookside. Just brilliant, so Brookside is now known as a children's TV show forever and a day. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, Richie's just awesome. Zoe's great, and Tina's awesome as well. So it's been a pleasure to do that with them every week, and it is good fun. Please say hello to Baker Tomlins. We've been doing the quiz since day one. Good evening to you guys. Hi, Catherine. Catherine Robinson. Good evening to you. Just trying to catch up. Can you please send lots of love and kisses to my Mrs. Deb Roberts in sunny Attleborough, Norfolk? Yes, hello to you. Hello to you, Deb Roberts. Hope you're okay. That's from Paul Roberts. John Garth, ready for the quiz. Thank you for that. I appreciate what you've put there. Please say a big hello to my better half, Soupy. She's amazing. Well, hello to your better half, Soupy. That's from John Garth. John Garth? John Garth. I was right. John Norton, hi Jay, Alex and Becky, have been with you since week 2. You have been the beacon of light through these dark times, so thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. Thank you for all you do, John and Mandy from Towcester. That's another one. I'm Towcester. Anyway, hi Jay, my husband Gary Tilland and I have been playing since week 1. Gerbil knowledge is now common usage in our house. Thanks for entertaining the nation when we were in dire need of fun. Thank you very much, appreciate that. Yeah, for all of you, if you are new, Gerbil knowledge, so basically on the first ever quiz that we did way back on the 26th of March, I didn't have the slides and stuff I have now, so I was reading off my Word document and went, and now let's move on to the general knowledge round, because it was misspelled on my document and it's stuck, and that's why it's there. That's why we've got general knowledge, and it's like an exclusive club now. When people know what general knowledge is, you sort of know where it's come from. So and we got Stephen Fry to say it as well, which was even funnier. Claire Hamilton, hi Jay, could you say a very happy 13th wedding anniversary, which was on Tuesday, to Mike and Emma in Wales, with love from all the Applebys and the Steamer crew. Good evening to you. Bryce Sunderland, hi Jay, doing the quiz since the start. We play as a quiz team, the Taps, thick as pig. Could you say happy 60th to Liz for Sunday? Of course I can. Happy 60th, Liz. Cheers from Darlow. Lovely place is Darlow. I do miss the place. I was only there 9 months, but it's a lovely place. People are so friendly in Darlington. I remember sitting in a pub once. I was watching football, and a guy who had no interest in football just was also sat on his own, and we ended up having one of the best conversations I've ever had. So yeah, lovely place, Darlington. And Anne Heathcote, where are we? We are Mary, Pop, Anne, Claire, Jess, Katie and Rosie. Good evening to all of you. I hope you are all well. So we've got just over 5 minutes to go then before we ask the first questions. So I hope you are all in plenty of time to grab yourselves pen and paper, and still plenty of time if you want to join us over on Quiz Jockey. Let's have a quick look. Michael's been busy feverishly getting some bits and pieces up, and oh yeah, loads of you are over on Quiz Jockey. You know the drill now with Quiz Jockey. So yeah. So loads of bits and pieces for you, different ways for you to play. Michael's been feverishly sorting bits and pieces out, and we've got some new bits and pieces to do very, very soon. Other bits to talk about, but we'll talk about those in the break. Good evening to, if you've just joined us, good evening to the Samaritans, who are our charity for the next month. Very, very pleased to be working with Samaritans. The work they do is absolutely incredible. It really is incredible. So very, very pleased to be able to work with them and work closely with them over the next couple of weeks. So if you've joined us from them, I know they've done a massive social media push. So if you've joined us from them, good evening and welcome along to this crazy community that we have. It's a very lovely, friendly community, and yeah, you're welcome to come. Welcome to the family. So thanks for joining us. Laura, could you please wish a very happy 40th wedding anniversary to my mum and dad? Of course I can. Happy 40th wedding anniversary to your mum and dad. Sorry, just caught me off corner of my eye. Hello Jay, enjoying a lovely Chinese whilst playing along with the quiz. Please do a shout out to Laura's mum and Nan in Aberystwyth, which is Tom from Tom and Laura. So good evening to all of you guys, and could you wish John Collier a happy 30th birthday? Happy 30th anniversary of his 21st birthday. I'm nicking that. That's brilliant. I like that. Happy 30th anniversary of his 21st birthday. 2 at the bar on tour. That's great. That's a genius way of saying that you're younger than you are. I like that. And shout out to the Jill household, please. That's from Lee. And I think, have I got a couple more? Hey, can you shout out to the Griffith family in Oxford? Good evening to you. That's from Maddie. Hello to all of you. Vicky, could you please wish my mum and dad a happy 45th wedding anniversary for Tuesday just gone, please, from Vicky, Ben, and the rest of the family. Good evening to you. Hashtag fangirl. Awesome. Thank you for that, Vicky. And finally, last one. Jay, please say hello to my son-in-law, Brian Northey, who is stuck in... It's stuck in. Is everyone tested by my pronunciation? In Ridia, you know where you are, Brian Northey, and hasn't been home for a year. Well, hopefully you can get home soon. That's from Bill Turk. So that is us for this evening. We're getting ready to go shortly, I think. Yes. So we've just got 3 minutes to go. Thank you very much for joining us. Welcome along. If you've never played before, grab yourselves a pen, grab yourselves a piece of paper, and get yourselves settled. Get yourselves in front of the TV or on your iPads or however it is you're watching it, and get yourselves settled in. If you weren't with us at the start, I have got about 4 different signs around me and my You're Muted hoodie, because I am determined not to mute myself tonight, but I've probably tempted fate and something else is going to go wrong. But hey ho. Wouldn't be a quiz without something else going wrong, really, wouldn't it? So, but yeah, thank you very much for joining us. It's just been a hectic week. We've got a couple more things that we're talking about that we can't talk about. We can talk about them. I can't even talk about them on next week's quiz either. So there's a couple of things coming up. Some really, really promising things coming through. We've got something we want to announce that we've got that we'll talk about in the break. And yeah, it's just all good fun. So much going on. It's great. It keeps me really, really busy and keeps me on my toes, I'll tell you that much. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for joining us. Right, admin time. Let's see, the first thing to go wrong is I can't actually see where my buttons are on the screen because there's a big thing there that says microphone on. Right, let's get rid of that. So live chat is now off on YouTube. So yeah, if you do want a shout out at any point, we'll do say hello to a few more people over the course of the quiz. So if you do want to shout out at any point, best place as always, hashtag Jay's Virtual Pub Quiz on social media, Twitter and Instagram. If you are playing on Facebook, I know there's quite a few of you over there on Facebook. If you are playing on Facebook, please do not put the answers in the comments. We can't switch the comments off once it's live, so please do not put your answers in the comments. That's, please don't do that because it spoils it for everybody else. However, Alex should have pinned a post that says how to switch the comments off from your side of it, so that it doesn't spoil the quiz for you. And that's it. We've got just a minute to go, so get yourselves all settled and all comfy, get yourselves ready. 50 questions in front of us. A slight tweak. If you were with us on Saturday, I moved the rounds around a little bit and brought back the infamous music lyrics round, which everybody absolutely adored and kept asking for. So that returned on Saturday. It hasn't tonight, but a couple of tweaks, but we will go through. So we're going to start with the picture round, partly because that's how my PowerPoint was set up for it, and partly because, just thought we'd start off with the picture round. But don't forget, if you miss anything, if you want clarification on a question or anything like that, they go up on social media. Alex and Becky will make sure everything goes up on social media in the breaks. So don't worry about that. If you miss anything or if we're going too fast, everything goes up on social media so you don't miss out. Plenty of time as well in the breaks so that you can go and check those out and say hello as always. So there we go. 10. I'm going to start on time for a change. It's going to sort of kick off the... here is that one. That one, I need to drop that down in 4, 3, 2, 1... 0. Quiz is, I need to extend that so it actually says quiz is starting. But anyway, right, so as I said, we're going to start with a picture round this evening. As always, 10 random pictures of all sorts of varying different bits and pieces. So let's get going. We start then with number 1. So name the TV show from the picture there for number 1. Also 2 films as well. If you've not got me on mute, you get that. So name the TV show for number 1. Number 2, name the company from the logo. I've blanked out the main bit, but name the company from the logo. Number 3, name the car brand from the badge. So name the car brand from the badge. Number 4, now it's a bit of a tricky one. Nickname of this clock. So this is not, it's obviously big clock in a tower, but what is the nickname? What is this more commonly described as? Number 5, what is this zoomed in? So what is this zoomed in picture of? Remember, if you are playing on Quiz Jockey, you can click on the picture and it will make it bigger for you. So if you're new to Quiz Jockey, click on the picture, make it bigger for you, so you're not trying to squint or then squint at me up here in the corner. So what is this and zoomed in picture of? Number 6, name the country from the outline. So name the country from the outline. Number 7, name the sitcom from the picture. So name the sitcom from that picture. Number 8, name the connection from that picture. So what is that connection known as? You don't have to be too specific, like male or female version of it. It's just, what is that connection known as? Train. Number 9, what's the name of this famous motor racing circuit? So what is the name of this famous motor racing circuit? One day. And finally then, number 10, name the company from the logo. Well, I didn't do too bad a job of blanking it out, that's not bad. Yeah, so name the company from the logo. Okay, so round 2. So entertainment's gone for a bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate round 2 if I keep the picture round as round 1. So I'm going to have music 1 week, TV and film, etc., etc. So I'm just going to go back to sort of, because I was looking back at some of the old quizzes as to how we did, you know, sort of in the early days. So there wasn't really an entertainment round, that didn't come in until about halfway through. So music. Now these are from the decades. There is something for everyone in these. There is some 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way through, and they're all different kinds of questions. There's some true or false as well. So number 1, what kind of woman did Roy Orbison sing about? So what kind of woman did Roy Orbison sing about? I really want to hum the tune, but I can't because it just gives it away. Number 2. Which artist had a hit with It's Not Unusual in 1965? He's still going today. So which artist had a hit with It's Not Unusual in 1965? Number 3, who duetted with Elton John on Don't Go Breaking My Heart? So who duetted with Elton John on Don't Go Breaking My Heart? Oh, my foot's gone dead. Number 4, true or false? The words Bohemian Rhapsody appear in the lyrics to the song. So true or false? The words Bohemian Rhapsody appear in the lyrics to the song. Number 5, another true or false. True or false? The most beautiful girl in the world was Prince's only #1 single in the United Kingdom. So true or false? The most beautiful girl in the world was Prince's only #1 single in the United Kingdom. Number 6, Just a Girl, Don't Speak and Hey Baby were hits for which American rock group? So Just a Girl, Don't Speak and Hey Baby were hits for which American rock group? If you have just joined us, don't panic. If you've missed any, you can grab them on our social media pages on Twitter and Instagram in the break. Or again, like I said, if you need more time. Number 7, One Direction, JLS and Little Mix all found fame with which talent show? So One Direction, JLS and Little Mix all found fame with which talent show? Number 8, Beautiful Day, Vertigo and Elevation are 2000 hits for which long-running rock group? So Beautiful Day, Vertigo and Elevation are 2000 hits for which long-running rock group? I'm not sure whether it's absolutely throwing it down with rain outside or my wife has got the tap running in the kitchen. I can't work out which one it is. Or she could be cooking. Number 9. According to the song title, Kylie Minogue couldn't get what out of her head? So according to the song title, Kylie Minogue couldn't get what out of her head? And your final question, number 10. She played the fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. Name the Ed Sheeran song that lyric comes from. She played the fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. Name the Ed Sheeran song that lyric comes from. Okay, right, round 3. A lot of you will be cheering right now when you've seen that word on the screen, and a lot of you will be like, But again, as always, try to make it as open for everyone as possible. Sport and leisure for round 3. Here we go, number 1. So if you had the penny black in your collection, what would you be collecting? So if you had the penny black in your collection, what would you be collecting? Number 2, what sport would you play at St Andrews and the Belfry? So what sport would you play at St Andrews and the Belfry? Number 3, Greco-Roman and freestyle are types of what sport? So Greco-Roman and freestyle are types of what sport? Thank you to my friend Stephen, who lives not far from me and has just sent me a message saying it's definitely not raining. Thank you for that, Stephen. Appreciate that. Number 4, name the board game described as a strategy board game of diplomacy, conflict and conquest. So name the board game described as a strategy board game of diplomacy, conflict and conquest. Bless you. Number 5. Which sport involves swimming, cycling and running in one race? So which sport involves swimming, cycling and running in one race? Number 6, the card game Patience is otherwise known by what name? So the card game Patience is otherwise known by what name? Number 7, Twickenham, Murrayfield and the Principality Stadium are home grounds for home grounds for nations in which sport? So Twickenham, Murrayfield and the Principality Stadium are home grounds for the nations in which sport? Number 8. The TV series Big Break was based around which sport? It's a very catchy theme tune that had as well. So the TV series Big Break was based around which sport? Number 9, when it opened in 1994, the Pepsi Max Big One was the tallest and steepest what in the world? In the world. So when it opened in 1994, the Pepsi Max Big One was the tallest and steepest what in the world? And finally then, for the first part of the quiz, number 10, who was stripped of his 7 Tour de France victories and received a lifetime ban from all sports? So who was stripped of his 7 Tour de France victories and received a lifetime ban from all sports? There we go. So that's the first part of the quiz. So plenty of time now. We take a short break. If you are playing on Quiz Jockey, remember you can scroll up and make sure you've got all your answers in play. If you're using traditional pen and paper, go on over. If you've missed any of those questions, head on over to our social media and let us know how you think you're getting on as well while you're there. Say hello to Alex and Becky as well. Keep them company while you're over there. So we've got a video from Samaritans, and then there's something else that will come up in the break that I want to introduce. Now, we get asked, well, Alex and I get asked a lot from different companies and different things. Oh, would you do this? Would you do that? Would you do the other? And the majority of things we sort of look and go, no, we're not really sort of, that way inclined, or it doesn't fit with us, or what have you. Something comes along, like the guys at T-Mill came along with the t-shirts and stuff, and we thought it was a great idea. The guys at Prezi Box with the glasses and stuff. So if it's something we think will be nice for the community, then we'll put it out there for them. But if it's something we think doesn't fit, we won't do it. So the wonderful guys at Cocoa Plus came to us and said, would you be interested in doing some chocolate bars and an advent calendar for Christmas? And we went, oh, that sounds interesting. Let's talk. So yeah, we are proud to announce that the pre-orders open today. Oh, hang on. It would help if I put this up. There we go. So, where's that on screen? Get rid of that. There we go. So that is it'll be up on screen as well in the break. But yeah, so we've got an advent calendar, and it's got art questions and stuff as well on the inside of all the doors and stuff. So very pleased to work with them, and they're available. And like I said, we will only ever sort of talk to anyone that we think will be a benefit to the community. We're not going to sort of put something out there that we don't think is right, because we've got a wonderful community, and that's the way we want to keep it. So yeah, if you want to check it out, it will go up on screen as well in the break with a couple of pictures of what it will look like. So check it out if you're there in the break. It is in the description as well. And if you are new around here as well, do think about subscribing. It's not just the live quizzes. If you do specialist quizzes and stuff as well, and there's loads of quizzes. There's nearly 150 different quizzes from lives to specialists all over them, all over the Facebook page, all over the YouTube channel. So yeah, if you are new, please do think about subscribing. Right, let's get going with the break. So we want that one there, and then put the other one on, and I'll be back with you shortly. And first challenge, will I unmute myself on the return? Who knows? See you on the other side.
I just knew that they support people no matter what. I think that's all I really knew about Samaritans.
I think we should all be Samaritans.
I've always brought the children up to know that they're okay, so mum's going out to take care of people that need a little bit of help. Anyone can call with anything. You're never ever judged.
I raised money for the Belfast branch. They said, we're always looking for volunteers here, so that was that. They don't give advice, they don't tell you what to do. For me, that's one of the biggest reasons that Samaritans works.
Sometimes people can go weeks without speaking to someone. We're sociable creatures, we're not meant to be alone. I'd tried to take my own life a couple of times previous. I rang the Samaritans, I felt safe pretty much instantly. I felt that trust. I was glad at the time that I had someone to talk to.
Not everyone sleeps at night. It can be a really lonely time. So where do people go? What do people do? Who do people talk to? I think it's important that they're there 24/7.
At night is when your mind can take you to places that you didn't need to go.
Through my own struggles, I kind of appreciated the value of talking. It's all about that connection. People need people. You know, what drives us is our emotions and feelings.
The second that you put the phone down, another call comes in. It's really a privilege to be able to be part of this network.
It is powerful, there's no two ways about it.
The donations that people give are incredibly important to keep the centres running.
We do a lot of outreach, whether that's going to schools or prisons. It's everyday people talking to everyday people, I suppose.
It's on. See, all my little signs are working. So firstly, a massive thank you to Samaritans for putting that video together. We've got a couple more to show over the course of the month. So Alex is updating me, and it's incredible that you guys have gone over there. So thank you, very very much appreciate the work from Samaritans, and as always your support. Talking to Sport, must say hello to all patrons as well. Good evening to you guys. Thank you very much as always for everything. Keep an eye on you. So yeah, with Patreon, when I put a post up, if you've not got the app, it sends you an email which might sometimes go into your junk box, so do keep an eye on that. I've not put anything up this week, so I've just been mad busy trying to get some bits sorted, but there's a couple of bits coming up, so keep an eye on that on your emails and stuff if you've not got the Patreon app. So good evening to all of you. Right, so I'm going to give you another minute to put all of your I'm not even drinking tonight and I can't talk. Just another minute to put all your answers together. So if you're on Quiz Jockey, don't forget to lock them in. I just went on to, in the break then, I just went to go on to Quiz Jockey because I like having a quick spy and see, what sort of answers people are putting in. And because Michael is an incredibly talented man, he's been making some changes to stuff with something that we're doing coming up during the week. And so hopefully in the next couple of weeks. And I've just gone in, it's the first time I've looked at the back office when a quiz is running. I've just looked at it and gone, I'm not getting involved in that. I might break it. So I ran away as quickly as I could, but I'll no doubt he will send some bits and pieces over. If you weren't with us at the start, very, very proud. So the book has arrived. If you have pre-ordered it on Amazon, don't panic. I know there's been a lot of things coming through. A lot of things coming through saying that the pre-orders are delayed. As far as we're aware, we've spoken to Mirror Books, they don't think that's the case. Fingers crossed that's all. That should all be in hand for you receiving it next week. Fingers crossed for that. So we're almost ready to go to give you the answers. Next week's quiz. I'll talk about next week's quiz if you missed it at the beginning. In a minute. Okay, so usual countdown because it helps Michael as well get himself ready to display the answers with on Quiz Jockey. So we go in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go then. So the answers to the first part of the quiz this evening. Excuse me. Right, number 1. Picture round. Click on it, Jay. Picture round. So name the TV show and obviously the films as well. It is of course the Inbetweeners. Inbetweeners is very much like Friends. I'm sure that we could relate to at least one of those characters growing up in school. I know which one I was. Number 2, name the company. That's Jacobs. Jacobs Crackers. Number 3, name the car brand. Peugeot. Good evening to all of my old friends who work at Peugeot. Number 4, nickname of this clock. So that is one of the 4 Big Ben clock faces. It's not, it's the Queen Elizabeth Tower, etc. But obviously that's why I said the nickname, and it's always been given the nickname Big Ben. The amount of people that used to hear wandering around London wanting to know where Big Ben was. Yeah, that's the bell inside. Number 5, what is this? That is a Lego brick. As I said right at the start of the quiz, don't stand on those, it hurts. Number 6, name the country. That's France. That's the outline of France. Number 7, name the sitcom. That's Outnumbered. Number 8, name the connection. That's a HDMI connection. Number 9, name of the famous motor racing circuit. That is Silverstone. That's been on my bucket list for about 10-15 years. It's probably as long as I've followed Formula 1 really. And one day I will go and watch a race there. And number 10, name the company. That is Metro MGM. Oh, I can't even remember the full name, but yeah, MGM. If you put the full name, well done. But MGM will be fine. I meant to unblank that, but never mind. Round 2 was music. Number 1, what kind of woman did Roy Orbison sing about? It was, of course, Pretty Woman. Walking down the street, pretty woman. The kind I'd like to meet. Number 2, which artist had a hit with It's Not Unusual in 1965? That was, of course, Tom Jones. Number 3, who duetted with Elton John on Don't Go Breaking My Heart? It was the wonderful Kiki D. Number 4, true or false? The words Bohemian Rhapsody appear in the lyrics to the song. It is false. They don't appear in the lyrics to the song. Number 5, true or false? The most beautiful girl in the world was Prince's only #1 single in the UK. It's true. Of all of the class, I mean, Purple Rain for Pete's sake. But yeah, it was the only most beautiful girl in the world was the only song that got to #1 for Prince. Number 6, Just a Girl, Don't Speak and Hey Baby were hits from which American rock group? It was No Doubt. Number 7, One Direction, JLS and Little Mix all found fame with which talent show? It was The X Factor. Number 8, Beautiful Day, Vertigo and Elevation, 2000 hits for which long-running rock group? It was U2. Again, that's surprising. Oh no, actually, I'll give. No, I'm not going to put it in for a week. U2 have only had 7 UK number ones of all the songs they've had. Number 9, according to the song title, Kylie Minogue couldn't get what out of her head? It's can't get you out of my head. So you. And number 10, she played the fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an English man. Name the song, the Ed Sheeran song. It's Galway Girl. I have ruined that on karaoke many a time. Round 3 is sport and leisure. Number 1, if you had the penny black, excuse me, if you had the penny black in your collection, what would you be collecting? It's stamps. It's one of the rarest, and it's the first. Is it the first? People will correct me on Twitter. But is it the first self-adhesive stamp, or first? Yeah, something along those lines. Number 2, what sport would you play at St Andrews and the Belfry? It's golf. Number 3, Greco-Roman and freestyle are types of what sport? It's wrestling. Number 4, name the board game described as a strategy board game of diplomacy, conflict and conquest. It's Risk. My friend Roy said Monopoly. I'm not quite sure what kind of Monopoly game you're playing, Roy, but I have no idea. But yeah, so the answer's Risk. Number 5, which sport involves a swim, cycling and running in one race? It's triathlon. Number 6, the card game Patience is otherwise known by what name? It's Solitaire. Number 7, Twickenham, Murrayfield and the Principality Stadium are home grounds for nations in which sport? It's rugby, rugby union. Couldn't find any examples of the English rugby league team playing at Twickenham. Number 8, the TV series Big Break was based around which sport? It's snooker. Number 9, when it opened in 1994, the Pepsi Max Big One was the tallest and steepest what in the world? It still is a roller coaster up there in Blackpool. I've been on it once. And number 10, who was stripped of his 7 Tour de France victories and received a lifetime ban from all sports? It was Lance Armstrong. Okay, so tot your scores up if you're playing with people in the same house. Give them back their sheet, etc. So we'll give you a bit of time to get all that sorted before we do the second part of the quiz. Thank you very much to everyone who was over on Twitter who was saying that let's pretend he's muted when I came back from the break. Thank you very much for that tickled me. That has tickled me. Becky's just sent that over saying there's lots of people saying let's pretend he's muted, and Becky's laughing her head off. So you're keeping Becky entertained as well. So yeah, keep it up on social media. The guys absolutely love it and they do send stuff through. So yeah, they're keeping me informed. That's brilliant. Pretend he's muted. No, because I'd have fallen for it as well and thought that the light was broken on my microphone and I'd have ended up pulling plugs out. So yeah. Good evening to my friend Ashley Jade as well, who has just found out that we have a Wikipedia page for the quiz. Good evening, Ash. Hope you're okay. Bless. Right, we'll do the second part of the quiz in 1 minute. You have a minute. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, how are you getting on out there? Let us know how you think you're getting on, as always. So yeah, in this minute. So yeah, next week's quiz, as normal, exactly the same. Live stream starts at 7:40. I'm on from 7:50. Quiz will run through till about 9:15. We've then got a bit. So we're then not normally we end the stream. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Put a few bits on. Say put the Patreon credits up, etc. That will still go on. But at the end of that, we're then going to have a bit of live entertainment for you, and then we'll be back at 9:30 because we're going to do a Q&A around the book and the book launch next week. So something a bit different. So the stream will be on a bit longer. We'd love for you all to join us. There's going, you'll learn a bit more about, sort of the quiz, what goes on behind the scenes, how the book came about. A great journalist called David from the newspaper is going to be sort of the ringmaster, if you like, and he will take some questions from you guys. So, yeah. Please do stick around with us for that next week. Right, countdown. You have 10 seconds, and we will do the second part of the quiz. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So round 4 is science and nature. Becky and Alex are just having their own conversation in the WhatsApp group that keeps me informed of everything that's going on, so I'll leave those two to it. So, round 4, science and nature. Here we go. Click. Go. Number 1, nice easy one to start. What does the O stand for in H2O? Ah, right, so that was for me. Right, I'll deal with that at the end of round 5. So, what does the O stand for in H2O? Number 2, 186,000 miles per second equates to the speed of what? So 186,000 miles per second equates to the speed of what? Number 3, what is the collective noun for a group of cows? Just clarify the animals. So what is the collective noun for a group of cows? Number 4. What is the 5th planet from the Sun? So I've just remembered this question. So what is the 5th planet from the Sun? This question took me 10 minutes to write this afternoon because I was trying to word it in a different way. But anyway, yeah. Don't ask. Question 5. True or false? A material described as an insulator will conduct electricity. So true or false? A material described as an insulator will conduct electricity. Number 6, angel, Siamese, neon and tetras are what kind of animals? So angel, Siamese, neon and tetras are what kind of animals? Number 7, copper and which other element combine to make bronze? So copper and which other element combine to make bronze? Number 8, what does the P stand for in GPS? So what does the P stand for in GPS? think something's broken in the kitchen. Number 9. What is the more common name for the larynx? So what is the more common name for the larynx? And number 10. Which mobile phone company would you associate with the game Snake? So which mobile phone company would you associate with the game Snake? Okay, and as ever then, we finish the quiz tonight with General Knowledge. If you're new to us and wondering, you're thinking, there we go, is his first mistake? No, General Knowledge is what we call General Knowledge. It's been that way since the start, from one of my classic mistakes. So up there with Jamie Dodger and Tom Cruise. Here we go, number 1. Where did Japan attack that led to America joining World War II? So where did Japan attack that led to America joining World War II? Number 2, recently released on Netflix, Enola Holmes tells the story of the sister of which famous fictional detective? Recently released on Netflix, Enola Holmes tells the story of the sister of which famous fictional detective? Number 3, complete the slogan. Have a break. Have a what? Train. So complete the slogan. Have a break, have a what? Don't have a train. That would be really weird to have a break with that. But yeah, so complete the slogan. Have a break, have a what? Number 4, the Amazon rainforest is predominantly found in which country? So the Amazon rainforest is predominantly found in which country? Over 60% of it is in this country. Number 5, which saint is celebrated on the 17th of March each year? So which saint is celebrated on the 17th of March each year? Number 6, who is the partner of Mickey Mouse? So who is the partner of Mickey Mouse? Number 7, what does the H stand for in HP sauce? So what does the H stand for in HP sauce? If you're playing against someone in your house and they suddenly get themselves up and say they're going for a brew, stop them. Number 8, what is the busiest airport in the UK? Well, normally. And what is the busiest airport in the UK? Number 9, who wrote The Hunger Games? So who wrote The Hunger Games for number 9? And finally, number 10. True or false? True or false? True or false? Goldfish have a 3-second memory. So true or false? Goldfish have a 3-second memory. Went all Sean Connery then on Goldfish. I've been expecting you. Anyway, right, so we'll take a short break at that point. Give you an opportunity to make sure you've got all your answers ready before we tell you what they are. As always, go back over and keep Becky and Alex company. What I did miss, by the way, with the advent calendar is there is a code. So if you come direct from us, J10, and you get 10% off. So there we go. So if you use, there's a code there, J10, and you get 10% off. So if you are looking at the advent calendar and the chocolates, completely forgot about that. So apologies for that. That's what Alex and Becky were talking away about. Right. So yeah, we're going to take a short break. I'm going to put the Samaritans video back on again, and I have got another one for. So I don't want to use the other one for now. So I'm going to put that back on, and we'll be back with you shortly. We're going to go and get a drink. See you in a sec.
I just knew that they support people no matter what. I think that's all I really knew about Samaritans.
I think we should all be Samaritans.
I've always brought the children up to know that they're okay, so mum's going out to take care of people that need a little bit of help. Anyone can call with anything. You're never ever judged.
I raised money for the Belfast branch. They said, you know, we're always looking for volunteers here, so that was that. They don't give advice, they don't tell you what to do. For me, that's one of the biggest reasons that Samaritans works.
Sometimes people can go weeks without speaking to someone. We're sociable creatures, you know, we're not meant to be alone. I'd tried to take my own life a couple of times previous. I rang the Samaritans, I felt safe pretty much instantly. I felt that trust. I was glad at the time when I had someone to talk to.
Not everyone sleeps at night. It can be a really lonely time. So where do people go? What do people do? Who do people talk to? I think it's important that they're there 24/7.
At night is when your mind can take you to places that you didn't need to go.
Through my own struggles, I kind of appreciated the value of talking. It's all about that connection. People need people. You know, what drives us is our emotions and feelings.
The second that you put the phone down, another call comes in. It's really a privilege to be able to be part of this network.
It is powerful, there's no two ways about it.
The donations that people give are incredibly important to keep the centres running.
We do a lot of outreach, whether that's going to schools or prisons. It's everyday people talking to everyday people, I suppose.
Hey, right. You've got a bit of time, so don't panic. I'm not going to go straight into the answers yet. I just want to say again a massive thanks to Samaritans. They really are underrated, the work that they do. When I had the pub, one of our regulars at the quiz night on a Thursday was a volunteer at Samaritans. And you know, so she'd missed some of the quizzes because she was on the phone. So yeah, it's really is incredible that the work they do. So a massive thanks to them for being with us this month. I'm trying to think of It's not really. There's some things coming up, but we can't talk about, which are really, really exciting. Again, I'll say thank you again if you weren't with us at sort of the beginning. We were nominated for the Pride of Britain for the Northwest for Fundraiser of the Year, which was an absolute shock, but an incredible honour to be shortlisted. So if you were one of those in the community that did nominate us, thank you so much. It was very, very. It was a shock, but let's say we're very, very honoured. They announced the winner tomorrow. But like I said, I can't see Granada News for some reason on our TV. So, let us know if you do hear anything tomorrow. But good luck to everyone. Really, really proud to be nominated and shortlisted alongside the other three. Some incredible people. Like I said, a young lady who's raised over £1.5 million in honour of her dad. So across 2 charities. So honoured to be alongside people like that. So we'll get your answers in about a minute's time. So at 21:06 on my clock, we will go through the answers. Oh, that's brilliant. There's a meme come up already. True or false? Hashtag Jay's Virtual Pub Quiz. That's brilliant. You guys are quick. I'll give you your dues. Becky's just sent me that saying sorry it begins. You guys are very quick. You're impressive when it comes to that. To making memes, you're a lot quicker than I used to be. So, well played for that. Well played. Oh dear. Right. So 20 seconds. I've actually got my seconds up today. 15 seconds, and we'll go through the answers for the second part of the quiz. Yes. For those of people who have messaged me and said, how are you doing the quiz, and not sort of call yourself a Tottenham fan, I am keeping an eye on the score, so I do know what it is. Right, here are the answers then. Let's go. Just get everyone sort of all settled. Right, here we go. So we had 2 rounds, 20 questions to give you answers, and we've got a tie break for you, and then that is it. Let us know how you got on. So, number 1, round 4. Nice easy one to start you off was, what does the O stand for in H2O? It is oxygen. Number 2, 186,000 miles per second equates to the speed of what? It's the speed of light. Number 3, what is the collective noun for a group of cows? It's a herd. Number 4, what is the 5th planet from the Sun? It's Jupiter. Number 5, true or false? A material described as an insulator will conduct electricity. It's false. Insulators do not conduct electricity. Number 6, angel, Siamese, neon and tetras are what kind of animals? They are fish. Stop it, you two. Number 7, copper and which other element combine to make bronze? It's tin. Number 8, what does the P stand for in GPS? It's positioning. Number 9, what is the more common name for the larynx? It's a voice box. And number 10, which mobile phone company would you associate with the game Snake? It's Nokia. Ah, the good old 3310. Round 5, general knowledge. We finished with these 10 then. So, number 1, where did Japan attack that led to America joining World War II? It was Pearl Harbor. Number 2, recently released on Netflix, Enola Holmes tells the story of the sister of which famous fictional detective? It's Sherlock Holmes. I need to watch that. Number 3, complete the slogan, have a break, have a what? It's Kit Kat, not train. Number 4, the Amazon rainforest is predominantly found in which country? It's Brazil. Oh, I very nearly put my foot on the power button for the computer that controls the quiz. That'd have been awkward. I'd taken myself off. Brazil. So over 60% of the Amazon rainforest is in Brazil. Number 5, which saint is celebrated on the 17th of March each year? It's St. Patrick's. Number 6, who is the partner of Mickey Mouse? It is, of course, Minnie Mouse. Number 7, what does the H stand for in HP Source? It's houses, as in Houses of Parliament. Number 8, what is the busiest airport in the United Kingdom? It's Heathrow, although probably not at the moment. Number 9, who wrote The Hunger Games? It was Suzanne Collins. And finally, number 10. True or false? Goldfish have a 3-second memory. It is false. That is an urban legend that got disproved by scientists that actually say they do have quite a long-term memory. So yeah, it's false. They have a longer memory than 3 seconds. And that is your 50 questions for this evening. Tiebreaker coming up in just a second. So tot your scores up. See if you need a tiebreaker. If you're over on Quiz Jockey, your score should be up on the screen now. So you'll know that the tiebreaker is coming. It is imminently on its way. And if you are on Quiz Jockey as well, don't forget there is a message function as well. You've got your chat rooms. At the end of it, you've got the opportunity to put a message in. Let us know what you think, because it does help. I know a lot of you have been doing it up to now. But yeah, do let us know what you think of sort of the setup if you played it for the first time. You know, let us know how you get on. So do leave us a message. Michael gets them and then shares them with me, so we go through them afterwards. So let us know. Right, tiebreak. Here we go. So a marathon distance is 26 miles and how many yards? So a marathon distance is 26 miles and how many yards? Marathon runners are now sitting there scrabbling that down. So don't forget, we're back on Saturday night, usual time, same time as the Thursday night. So we're back on Saturday night, and then the final quiz of the decades quiz is on Sunday. It comes out on Sunday, slightly earlier time of 6 p.m. on Sunday. I think it's going to be uploaded. Keep an eye on social media, just because we've got something going on Sunday night. Okay, I'll give you the answer in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's 385 yards. So a marathon distance is 26 miles and 385 yards. I read all about why it was 385 yards earlier, and I was going to share it with you as a little bit of a tidbit, and do you know what? I can't even remember what it was. It's something to do with, yeah, anyway, I can't remember. Right, so that is it. Thank you very much for joining us again on a Thursday night. I know there's been loads of football and stuff on this evening, so thank you very much for joining us. Very, very much appreciate your company on a Thursday night. As I say, we'll be back on Saturday night with the quiz as always, and then specialist quiz on Sunday. So yeah, that's it from us. That's from me, from Alex and Becky, who are over on social media. So go and let us know how you got on tonight. As always, you know, there's been some great things on social media tonight. Absolutely brilliant. They've shared some with me, you know, memes that you guys create and all the messages and stuff. So thank you so much. We do try to read everything. So please do share, and we will try and read, between the three of us, we'll try and retweet and, you know, share and put it on our stories as we always do. But yeah, thank you very much for your continued support. That is it. We will see you again on Saturday evening. So until then, if I can get myself into the right position, until then, take care, stay safe. I'll see you soon.